Hey, welcome, all my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, P Funk, thinking right out here in my lab. I'm laughing. I got funny. This is gonna be too funny for me. Out here doing what I do for you in my lab. I got a little lesson. As a spiritual philosopher, I have to have a philosophy on God and the ego, aka the devil, good and bad. Good thing. But I'm gonna have some fun with this one. Let's go. It's gonna be a good lesson. Rightism, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's a message in my stories for life. Another life lesson. I appreciate you tuning in. You got a good thing going. Let's rock. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline, practice daily, will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission is that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? So I asked the question, do you know you? You will when I get through. That's what I do. It's rhetorical, but if you know how to answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not and knows not that they know not is foolish. Disregard them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous, avoid them. I do. A person who knows and knows not that they know is spiritually asleep. I can awaken them. I'm your spiritual alarm clock, here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself, and to Maya be true. The philosophy of the spiritual philosopher is God over ego. Who you with? Or God versus ego. Good versus evil. How do you want to break it down? It's ill to say it's been an ongoing game since we come into existence. So understand that as a player, your job is to what? Make the right decision. What's best for you. Okay? That's why they got reincarnation. Why? If you don't get it right the first time, you can do it again until you get it right. Mr. Right got it right. I'm about to have some fun. This is my concept, my viewpoint. Okay, back to the day, they said, creation story, they said when God made fish, he spoke to the sea. Neptune, whoever was in by the sea, but that's the no mythology concept. Okay, but he spoke to the sea. When God planted the trees, he spoke to the earth. That's Gad. I know him. Okay. But when he created man, who did he speak to? Anybody know? Hands? Anybody? Okay, let me help you out. Himself. See where we getting there? See where we going with that one? Can you follow on? I'm trying to make it real easy to comprehend and understand. This ain't brain surgery. It's really common sense. But when you start to live it and act it and manifest it, you'll see the simplicity of it. It ain't that hard. God conferred with the ocean to put the fish in. God conferred with the earth to plant the trees in nature. When he made man, he conferred with himself. So he put himself into us. That's the concept. Hope you understand it. The spirit is in us. And that spirit is of God. The human part is the physical body. He gives us this thing called the brain, consciousness of mind, to become conscious of what? Who you are in the flesh. So the spirit had to connect with the conscious mind, heart, mind coherence. When you do that, you are complete. You're whole. You know yourself. So you can take the spirit back to its maker. It ain't complicated. We complicate with a whole bunch of stories and mythology. Everybody got a story to tell you. But it's all taken to the same thing. Make good decisions based on what's best for you. That's the right thing of philosophy. That ain't a religion. That's just a way you can live. If you choose Christian philosophy, dogma, go for it. Islamic, go for it. Don't make a difference, but do something. Why? You got to. Shit, look out the pot. This is life. You born here. I have to come here. They anybody ask you. You here. Do what you got to do. Or what? Get run over and get repeated life cycle. Simple. Die twice. Why? Because if you don't, that guy, done. gone. Why? Conscious of him didn't make it. So it's dead. His physical body, dead. His essence, his consciousness, dead. So he no longer exists. Only in my memory. Only in the people who remember him. I immortalize him in my mind. So when my consciousness goes to forever, he'll always be in my mind. He won't die in my mind because I don't die. I won't die. That's the difference between knowing thyself and being conscious of who you are. You sound a little confident. Yeah, I know who I am. I ain't acting. I ain't not. No, I'm talking, excuse me, not to get nasty, but yeah, don't question my integrity when it comes to God. Don't do that. Why? It ain't going to be good for you. And spirit, again, is in human consciousness. He give us the spirit. We got to figure out the consciousness of who we are. That's the gift. That's the mystery. That's the search of all purpose of all life. Human beings having, spiritual beings having our human experience is to figure it out and sometimes and have fun along the way. Anybody saying don't have fun, all right? But don't let fun be the criteria for what you're living for a while. You will be right back, but you won't know it. Thinking is what we call right thinking, is what being conscious, or thinking is being conscious. Right thinking is becoming what? God conscious. Know thyself. Raise your knowledge of self to what? Practice, learn the things you need to learn to make that possible, and then you manifest that self-mastery. This applies getting on my damn last nerve. Knowing God, aka thyself, is the goal for all human beings, more especially right thinkers. Why? That's our goal. That's what we profess to be right thinkers. Why? To get the philosophy, practice the disciplines, and to know just, not to know thyself. My job is to help you do just that. That's why I'm here every day, to help learn away any questions. I'll answer them. But my point is, I give life lessons for you to what? Take them, comprehend them, and use them. I ain't here to tell stories just to be telling stories. Sorry about that. When you realize God is not human, God is the essence of who we are and what we really are on the inside. We are human beings in the physical form, but we're spiritual beings having a human experience. That don't make you Christian, Muslim, or Jew. I don't give a damn about that. You are a spiritual being in human form. Figure it out. If it take any one of those to get you there, I got no problem with that. I didn't get mine with that, so I don't use those as criteria. I use the philosophy and principles that you can practice and manifest. That's why. Remember, again and again, we are spiritual beings having a human experience. Why are we having the human experience? It's called life. It's a journey that what? You go from birth, old age, and death. You got to figure out before you die who you are. If not, you be back to try it again. That's all. It's a cycle. It ain't going to change because you don't like it. It ain't going to change because you don't understand it. It ain't going to change because you ain't figured it out yet. It's going to be what it's going to be. And you figure it out sooner or later. Why? That's what the reincarnation for. You won't get there. You won't get there until you take care here. Moving on. We are born ignorant of who we are. I hear people saying, remembering who you are. Okay, but our philosophy said, know who you are. That means experience. Get the example, get the experience. So now you what? You know. Gnosis is to know by experience. Know thyself. Not to remember. I get the concept. And again, as a student, I listen, I understand, but okay, I stick to what I got. I'm good. We've been born ignorant. Everybody. Everybody born down here. Okay. With the possibility to make it here. There's 9 billion people on the earth. It's 9 billion ways to connect to God. Everybody got away. He made sure of that. That's his thing. Sorry. We all have the same opportunity to know thyself. That's the name of the game. That's our inalienable right, okay? Endowed to us by our Creator. That Constitution nonsense, take that and shove it up your butt. You can't tell a slave he's endowed by his Creator to search for liberty, happiness, and the pursuit of happiness. Why? A man and slave don't have that. This fly is getting on my last nerve. I'm about to stop just to go fly hunting and take care of this now. But again, we're dealing with the essence and having knowledge. God don't want dumb followers. God don't want blind people just believing. No, He want people who going to obey Him, live by His commandments or whatever. We got the 42 confession. Y'all got commandments. But when you live by Him, He'll recognize that. That's what He does. I realize and understand that. But your ego, we are born ignorant of who we are. And our goal before we die in this life is to find out, to know who we really are. Why? So we can go home. We lost child in the world, wandering around, not knowing who we are, hoping somebody can lead us home. And that's what the sages and the saints do. Priests, ministers, anybody who want to help you because they have knowledge. I'm a sage. I practice what I teach. I mastered the art of what I'm teaching, so I teach you about what? Living it daily. Your ego stands for edging God out. So that means you pretty much on your own, and your ego is who you are. That's your identity. That's your calling card. That's fine, and it's not a problem. It just should not lead you like emotions. They're good followers, good servants, but they're bad leaders. Your ego is your best servant, but he should not be your leader. Get the concept? And he is who you are in human being. That's your conscious identifying you in the physical body. Your consciousness will enlighten you to who? God, who you really are in essence. That's what you need to find out. That's why he gave you this thing right here, the most sophisticated machinery known to man. But God, it can get you to God. It ain't physical. It's mental. When God, told Moses, according to the Christians, again, I don't do that, but I'm playing along with the game, I get it. Okay, who he was when he said what? I am. That I am. And that's the essence. The I is the ego self. That's by his self personality. Am is the God. The hidden one. That's what you need to know for yourself by what? Experiencing that for yourself. It's called a mystical experience. It's called awakening. And that's the essence, and that's the knowledge of understanding who you are. That's when you get the ticket punched for what? The afterlife. If not, you're going to repeat this life. This is hell. Just going on. Some people like it here. If you ain't living right and doing right, you like it here. Only way to live here is to do those things. Why? Those are people who don't come back. They asked Jesus when he got to heaven, you want to go back? Hell to the no. You see what they did to me? So they said, you make a soul contract. My man, don't even ask me that question. I got to look for when I put up on the beggars in Newark when I put up. I put the face on. They just walk on by. Yeah, don't even think about it. Yeah, so that's what I give them. But when I get up there, you got the hell. Okay, God left us. Okay, to go there. He ain't came back. Why you think he left? Well, I ain't been dealing with these crazy people. I can't stand ignorant stuff. I can't stand ignorant people. But as long as I'm here, I'm going to tolerate and deal with it. But I know when I get done with this, I won't have to worry about that. I did. God don't allow that. Homie don't play that. Okay? All that nonsense stays here. That's why. And only enlightened beings get there. Hello, that's the concept. You can say what you want. I'm just trying to break it down to your layman's term. You can't claim to know the great I am and not know thyself. Christians believe in God unless they put in the work to earn the blessings from God. They just spinning their wheels. And a lot of them doing just that. I see y'all all the time. Y'all ain't being blessed. Come on, man. I know what blessings are. Why? I get mine every day. And I tell you, every day I get blessings. How the hell could that be? See, you should be living right like me. And you'll understand. I know people who do. And they understand just like I do. Ego, edging God out, is your alone, yourself. Why? You think you are that again. And you're not. You are, but you're not. Okay, let me see if we can make that work. Why? Because the ego is the fight that's in you. Okay? Your ego is edged God out from itself. And it's on its own. And all it knows is to protect, defend, and whatever. So it's going to do that. It just ain't smart. It just ain't intellectual. It just ain't a good, leader of situations. So you don't want him leading you. That's why you put him in a service position. He's your ego. You can't kill it. You don't want to destroy it. Why? That's the worker. Okay? He's the dog in the fight that's inside you. When you say I, that's one, you. And that's fine. And that's what it is. And now you can say what? I am. Okay? That's putting what? God and you. Back in you in one. When you realize you and God are one, that's the ticket. Ding, 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 ding. Now you're good to go. If you think it's all about you, enjoy the pleasures and the joys that this world brings you, a.k.a. hell. Why? Because you're the devil. Devils oppose God. People in human form are devils. Spiritually, you're bad, you're thinking bad, you got bad intentions, but when you actually physically do them, that makes you the devil in opposition to God by your actions, okay? Not just what you say, not just what you think. Your actions will prove you the devil. A lot of people live, devilish because they're egos and that I state of mind for lifetimes. Lifetimes. That means you're going to do it again and again until what? You figure it out. Knowing thyself is figuring it out. Right thing of philosophy goal is to get you to figure it out. If you live your life based on ego, me, I, selfish, you will have a fetid filled life. It may be successful because you can get away with it, but eventually your ego is going to be your undoing. It's always doing something wrong. It don't know no better. It's going to do that. If you allow it, it's going to do it. Like a child, undisciplined. It's going to do bad stuff. It don't know no better. A child that's disciplined won't do bad things. It know better. If I do that, I'm getting my butt whooped. When you coming up, you have some people, houses, relatives, friends. You go to the house and it's always chaos. Ain't no order, no. But everybody loved that house. Fun house. The house where you have to be obedient, you have to act accordingly. Nobody likes that. Nobody likes discipline. But it holds you accountable to be your better self. Think about it. That's all. I have friends that I grew up with. I'm glad I got my mom because it didn't work out too well. No discipline, no control. Y'all go way wrong. And can't nobody stop you. And those egoistic people, okay, and ain't not worse than an egoistic person in power. And they are hated by the people that they're in power of because of their position. But their character, they hate them, okay? Most bosses, they hate the boss. Why? Because he's an a-hole. Why? Because he's the boss. CEO, position. They just think it's all about them. They can talk about you, make cracks and jokes about you, demeaning you, but you better not say nothing to them. I love them. I ride them every chance I get. You tell me, man, people think you're talking about me. I am. I'm talking about you now. I know you don't watch me, but yeah, I don't stop. Okay? Understand that. When I was ego-led, I keep pointing back to that, I treated people wrong. I didn't give a damn about nobody but myself and what I can get from you. If I had something, you had something I needed, I'll deal with you. Other than that, I didn't give a crap about you. And once I got what I needed from you, you're in the power with the rest of them. I don't give a damn. That's just wrong. I know that now, but experiencing what I was doing, I didn't think twice about it. Okay? So understand that. When you change, God is in his creation. The whole point about religion, but okay, when you led by the ego, I did a lot of bad things. So I had to make a difference, I had to change. But when you realize that God is in creation, meaning is in you, whole game changed for me. I've been changed ever since. Why? Now that I know what I know, I'm not doing that nonsense no more. I know better. If you knew better, would you do better? That's what knowledge does. Hope you do better. Discipline you. Hold you accountable. And if you have life in you, that means you have Spirit. That's God. God is spirit. God is life. You have to know that for yourself. I ain't got to keep telling you that. Don't breathe. See what happens. Okay? I tell you, 4 minutes, consciousness gone. 6 minutes, party's over for you. So you can't go without God for so long. Hello? Or you will die? Simple as that. So I'm not beat for none of that. Understanding where God is. He's in his creation. The spirit that's in us is God. Again, in everybody, not just because you Christian, Muslim, Jew, we God's chosen people. Stop that nonsense. We have to become conscious. This is what he gave you this for. To become conscious of who you are, a.k.a. God-like in the flesh with what? Knowledge of self. You can manifest, create anything you can think of. If you can conceive it, you can achieve it. You can make it happen. That's power. That's in God's image. God created the world with that premise right there. Same premise. God knows because he's all conscious. God knows he's conscious. God knows he's God. When y'all say, God say, I'm the only God, I have no other God, that ain't God. God would never say that. Why? He knew it's him and nothing else. He tell you, I alone, me, myself, no help. That's why. So being just another God, no, that ain't happening. Philosophically, I'm just putting my little concept and understanding to it. I study it, I hear it, but I didn't got to go with it. I got my own opinion about what I learned. My discernment tells me, oh my man, that ain't right. Okay, again, God knows who he is, and he knows his creation needs to what? Know who he is, to become conscious of him. And the way you can do that is practice things that he respects and that he blesses for. Good deeds, righteous behavior, virtuous living, all those good things. He know the bad stuff and the good, okay? But even if you're ignorant of God that's in you, that don't mean God ain't there. I didn't know nothing about God until I got that prayer in prison cell. I need some help. And he rode with me for 3 years, 3.5 years. So, but I did a lot of time, me and God, on my mind. I didn't get a chance to exercise it, so I had to stay focused on God all the time. And that worked. Okay, I didn't go praising and join the Islamic group or some. No, I didn't do none of that. I stayed with them myself and did like I always do. Okay, me. Take it personal. And yes, we are God's creation, aka his children. Not some of us, not the black. No, all of us. Anybody got spirit, got God. Now, what you do with it, that's your choice, aka free will. But all of us is God. No special race, no chosen people. God don't do that. Man do. Understand that. And he give you that to do just that. So when the decision you make be the one you're going to live with. Like I said, if right thinking ain't right, when I get to judgment day, I'm prepared for my consequences, even if they're wrong. But what if they right? See? It's the 50-50 shot. I take them odds anyway. You don't get 50-50 nowhere, no gambling. Okay? No, 50-50. Life is the only gamble that you got a 50-50 shot. Moving on. All right. Now where we are, I'm going to turn life into a gambling hustle. Stop that. The ego self is in opposition with God. Why? It wants to be God. Yeah, I'm God. No, I'm God. So it's a constant conflict. The heart and mind is in conflict. Who's running the show? I'm running the show. No, I'm running the show. I got it. Harmony is when they both become one. That's the goal. That's the idea for my right thinking philosophy, to get you to make that conscious understanding with the heart and mind coherence. Because your ego, your personality, is in reality the devil. Why? Don't freak out. Wait a minute. And you can take care of that problem. Why? The devil just means that you're in opposition to what's right. The ego don't care about what's right. It's going to do what it wants to do. Now you're in a position where you're going to do you, or you're going to do what's right. My main focus for me is I'm going to do what's right. I'll stand on the side of the righteous. I did me. I can't bless me. Okay? I can only put me in self-destruct mode, hurt myself, feather myself, put me in a bad position. But if I do what's right, I'll be taken care of. Simple as that. Again, all of God's children, and we are in the flesh, we are egoistic, are devils by what? Edging God out of our lives. But at one point in time or another, until you become God conscious, you are a devil. Okay? You're going to do what acts against God. That's all that means. Ain't no person, no. It's just a definition of what you do against God. Hence, if you don't know and you worship and praise God, you will never be blessed. Believing in and worshiping a false God don't get you blessing. Why? He ain't the one to do the job. He false. He ain't real. So you can pray to him, worship him, and you ain't getting nothing in return. And when you doing that, you need to check who you serving. Why? Because if he ain't blessing you, you might want me to check that out. The God I serve blesses me. The ego self loves the attention that it gets, and it will not give in to God, or it won't get you to God. Why? It ain't looking, it ain't trying to. It's comfortable with itself. I don't need God. But when the income, they all cry out for God. So why wait to that point in time? Because it's fall on deaf ears at that point. You can't have a deaf ear confession and think God gonna welcome you into heaven. No, that's why it's done by the deeds of your heart. What you say and do don't mean a damn thing at that point. Okay, seal them out. Shut up. Let me just check your heart. And you with bad hearts, you with evildoers, your heart will be heavy, so it won't pass the scales of my yacht. So God ain't worried about you creeping and sneaking into heaven. The devil ain't up there. Why? You got to pass the test of my yacht. She scrutinized, and she don't nobody get by her. You think Peter was a good gatekeeper? My yacht, Anubis is the best. Okay, and wrap it up. Again, I appreciate you tuning in. If you live your life egotistically, meaning self-satisfying yourself, you can't be a right thinker. Why? You're not going to be able to sacrifice. You're not going to be able to do a selfless act to help somebody other than yourself. So you won't make a good right thinker. That's why. And for y'all, hope you enjoy yourself. Let's go around, because you will be coming back. You will fail the test of the heart judgment day. So again, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100 miles a day. So I never know that my right thinkers who chose God over ego and passed away. When you choose God, you don't die. The ego died twice.